Well, I'm going to try to give you all a Bible review today. I am still battling this strep sickness or whatever it was. It was strep, but um, several of you told me in the comments that you're praying for me. I really appreciate that. God has definitely been answering your all's prayers. And I just had a doctor's visit 2 days ago, and doctor said I'm fine and just need to toughen up a little bit. So I was still battling some of the symptoms, so that's why I just wanted to kind of check in. Uh, so also I wanted to give a super giant thanks to several of the viewers that responded in the comments to a question I had, which was, "Are you still here?" In a video I did 2 videos ago, it was a super giant print Bible review. And I asked, if you're still watching, would you please put in the comments that you watched the whole thing? So there was 5 of you out of, I think, like 2,500 views so far that have said that you watched the whole thing. So really appreciate that. Give you all a shout out and thanks. So what do I have today? We got 2 things. I've got a CSB Bible I want to show you, and then we got trivia after that. So stick around to the end. The trivia is going to be a little bit different than what we normally do. I have I would call it 6 questions. It's going to be 6 Bible verses. I'm going to give you 3 from the Old Testament and 3 from the New Testament. And it's going to be your job to pick the correct book and chapter. All right, the Bible I got today is the CSB Holman Handcrafted Giant Print. And I wanted this because I already have a CSB. I have a personal size, and it's like the value personal size. And then I have the illustrated, I think it's the Illustrated Study Bible, and then a journaling Bible. But I didn't have a premium, so I wanted kind of a premium CSB, and I already own the Handcrafted in the KJV, and I really liked it. So I thought, well, I'll get this and check it out, and I really really like it, and I think you all will too. So if you like CSB and in a leather binding, I think you're going to like this. Um, one final announcement, and then we'll get into this. Um, if you've been waiting on, which I know some of you have because you've asked me about it in the comments, the next Thompson Chain Bible study, I have been working on it, and I should have the first one out in a week or so. I really appreciate your all's patience on that. I know over a month ago, I don't even know how long it's been. It's been a long time. I put that poll out there and asked which translation you all preferred. And I know that probably kind of, I guess that made everybody think that, and I thought that I would have it done, already out by now. But put that poll out there, I know it made a lot of you think, oh, okay, this is coming really soon. And I guess soon is a relative word. I don't know how you put that, but I had already thought I would have it out, and I don't or didn't. So sorry about that. But I should have the first study out in a week or so. So I really appreciate y'all's patience on that. And um, I'll probably say I'm going to save a lot of this. What I was getting ready to say, I'm going to save it for that first video on the new series. But I think we're going to make it a little bit smaller so that I can manage it, because this next study is going to be a lot. And I think it's going to be like 8 weeks long or something. So okay, let's get into this review. Holman puts these handcrafted collection Bibles in a 2-piece box. I do wish it was a clamshell. That's just my preference, but this 2-piece box is nice. Yep, that card gets stuck in there. So they give you a little info card about the handcrafted collection, and then the Bible itself comes in a kind of a gift wrap paper, but the sticker doesn't seem to. It's just a plastic sticker, and it's not like on the Premier Collection, which is like a silver foil stamp. This is just anyway, this pops right off. This is calfskin leather. They call this Marbled Chestnut, and it is really pretty. I love the marble color in it and the grain. Perimeter stitching. Perimeter stitching is a brown all the way around. 5 raised hubs, and all the gold stamping you see here is stamped in. So that's actually, that gold color is actually recessed. No ISBN on it on the back, or on the inside just says calfskin leather cover. It's gold, red under gold, but the red almost is like it's almost a salmon kind of color or coral. It's not a dark red. I really like it. 3 ribbons. Now these ribbons, I do have to complain about them a little bit. They are 3/8, but they're extremely short. I wish I would have liked to seen longer ribbons on this, and I would have also liked to have seen at least varying shades, if not different colors. But all 3 of these are a kind of a bronze or copper color, and then brown tail band and brown headband. I think that's all I wanted to mention about the cover. Let's go ahead and jump on the inside here. Leather liner, perimeter gilt line. Let me open up on the other side all the way around. They did a nice job on all the corners, and they did a really nice job on placing the text block. Let me see if I can move that where the camera can see it. You know, it's nice and even around top and bottom compared to the gilt line. I guess what I'm trying to say is the text block is placed properly, at least in my opinion. This is reinforced, so that, you know, that first little bit here is a little bit stiff. I'd say that it breaks in, that it'll lay flat, you know, with the first few pages. Presentation page, Holy Bible, then the standard stuff in the front here. And then the introduction to the CSB. So see, like, not really laying flat right there, but I'd say a few pages in, it probably will start. Let me go ahead and, yeah, probably right there, somewhere in there. It's gonna. So, but I'd say once that reinforcement breaks in, that it'll start laying flat. 2-column paragraph format. Translator notes and references are across the bottom, and they're separated by a small thin black line. I'll go over here to some poetry. So we go from 2-column layout to the poetry section. So here's Job, and it stays 2-column, but it goes verse by verse. Here's Psalms. And we'll go over here to the New Testament. Not a lot to show you in here. You know, it's a pretty straightforward Bible. No. I meant to go to the beginning of the New Testament. This is wide margin, also some binding. And get there. So, one more page. There we go. New Testament. I had a ribbon there, didn't even realize it. So there's the book of Matthew. I really like this layout. I'm going to tell you a couple things I do like about it. This is 12-point print size. Words of Christ are in black. I do wish the words of Christ were in red. I personally like that. And this paper is really nice. I don't know what GSM is. They don't say. I looked online because on the box it doesn't say. It just says high quality Bible paper. And now what I did was I kind of compared it to some of the Thomas Nelson Premier Collection, and those are 36 GSM. And this paper seems thicker. So if you like a kind of, in my opinion, a heavier duty, thicker paper, then this Bible would be it for you. And something they don't mention, at least I didn't see it anywhere, that if it was line matched or not, but it does look line matched to me everywhere I checked. But this paper is, it wouldn't matter anyway, because this paper is so thick that there is very, very little ghosting. Like, I mean, it's almost non-existent. So there is some red accents, actually quite a bit of red accents. The book and the chapter up here and the page numbers, all that's in red. Verse numbers, all the verse numbers are in red. And then big, bold, red chapter numbers. And then down at the bottom, the chapter and verse number for the references and translator notes are in red also. And then something I want to show you that I do like, actually I like a lot about this, but something else I like is that quotes to the Old Testament are in this verse by verse in bold. And then here's another one. So they make those really stand out. And then sometimes it's, it's in line here, but when there's multiple verses, I'm assuming that when there's multiple verses, they break it out into its own little section. And let me see. Oh, there's something else I found interesting in this. Let me show you. So here's the book of Ephesians. And here is my personal size CSB. Now I want to show you something. So this is page 1550, so 1553. Now, I don't know if they I'm assuming this is intentional. I don't know. But if you look at that, it's an exact page number is the same. And then the verse or the layout, the text block or the text on the paper is the exact same. So it starts and ends at the same. So this is a replica, or I don't know if that's the right word or not, but I checked this in several different places, and it was the same. I thought that was pretty interesting that the personal size and this large Bible were the same. So Philippians, so page number 1559, 1559 ends with grumbling and I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. I do have another CSB, and that wasn't the case with it. But the personal size that I have in this matched up. I'll measure and weigh this for you here in a minute. I just now thought about that, and I want to make sure I do that because this is a big Bible. It is definitely not light or I guess if you could carry it to church if you wanted, but it's definitely a big Bible. All right, so in the back there is some things here, some study helps, where to turn, weights and measures, and then the concordance. Concordance is, I mean, in my opinion, is a little bit thin, but at the same time, this Bible's already big, so I don't know. Do y'all use a concordance very much? Maybe you can let me know in the comments. I usually don't use a concordance. I couldn't even tell you the last time I used a concordance. I mostly go with the references down here. And then there's 8 maps on a matte paper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, guys, let's go do some trivia. Oh, you know what? See, I got excited about doing trivia and forgot to measure this. See, I just told you I was going to measure it, and I got all excited about the trivia. Here, I'll go ahead and weigh it. Yeah, 2.93 pounds. 2.93. So that's right up there with those big giant print, super giant print Bibles that I showed you. I think they were coming in a little over 3 pounds. We'll measure up here at the top. It seems like it's a little wider up here. That's 7 inches. It is definitely 7 inches. That's pretty wide. Lengthwise is 10. So 7 by 10. Let me see if I can measure it with the spine for you. 1.5. So, oh, sorry, 1 3/4. You're like, he doesn't know how to use a tape or a ruler. Yeah, 1 3/4. That's what it looks like to me. 1 3/4. So 7 by 10 by 1 3/4. All right, now we do some trivia. All right, like I mentioned in the intro, I think I mentioned it in the intro, but even if I didn't here, I'm going to say it again. We're going to have 3 verses. Some of these might be a couple verses, but there's going to be 3 verses from the Old Testament and 3 from the New Testament. And your job is to pick the correct book and chapter. So let's get the first one on the screen. For dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. Psalm 22 would be the correct answer. All right, the next one. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. It's not Isaiah, it's not Proverbs, it's not Psalm 22, it's Psalm 23. So hopefully you got that right. Psalm 23. All right, next one. This is the last one in the Old Testament. So Joseph died being 110 years old, and they embalmed him, and he was put in a coffin in Egypt. It's the very last book and the very last verse of Genesis. So Genesis 50 is the correct answer. All right, let's go over to the New Testament. So all the generations from Abraham to David are 14 generations. And from David until the carrying away into Babylon are 14 generations. And from the carrying away to Babylon unto Christ are 14 generations. Where's this taken from? If you said Luke chapter 7, that'd be incorrect. It's Matthew chapter 1. All right, next up. It seemed good to me also, having had perfect understanding of all things from the very first, to write unto thee in order, most excellent Theophilus. Correct answer is Luke chapter 1. All right, final one. How shall we escape if we neglect so great salvation, which at the first began to be spoken by the Lord, and was confirmed unto us by them that heard him? I know y'all chose Hebrews chapter 2. That's the correct answer. All right, thanks for doing trivia with me. Thanks for watching the review. Oh, I got a question. Do you come here just for the trivia? Yeah, no, seriously. Are you coming for just the trivia? If you get in the comments and let me know. I mean, not that I'm going to quit Bible reviews. I'm definitely going to do that. But, it's just kind of like, I'd like to know, are you here for the Bible review and the trivia, or just the trivia, or just the Bible review? Anyway, if you'd let me know in the comments. Because I was thinking about making videos, not separating the Bible review and trivia, but making some, like every once in a while, compiling all the trivia we've done up to now and making one video out of that. So I don't know how that would work. But anyway, let me know in the comments. I appreciate y'all watching. If y'all want to check out the CSB Handcrafted Bible, I'll put the link to it in the description. So if you want to pick that up, y'all take care. I'm praying for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.